Spider mites are tiny, but they can wreak havoc on your greenhouse. These minuscule pests, often too small to be seen with the naked eye, can drain the life out of your plants, leaving behind a trail of destruction. Despite their common name, spider mites are not true spiders, but belong to the arachnid family, closely related to ticks and mites. They thrive in hot, dry conditions, making them a particularly formidable foe during summer months. Early detection is crucial in the battle against spider mites. These tiny pests can cause significant damage to plants if not identified and managed promptly. By recognizing the early signs, you can take swift action to protect your plants. Spider mites are notorious for their rapid reproduction rates. A single female can lay hundreds of eggs in just a few weeks, leading to a population explosion. If left unchecked, infestations can quickly spiral out of control, overwhelming your plants and causing extensive damage. One of the first telltale signs of a spider mite infestation is the appearance of fine webbing on the undersides of leaves. This webbing is often difficult to see with the naked eye, so it's important to inspect your plants closely and regularly. This webbing serves as a protective barrier for the mites and their eggs, making it more challenging to control them once established. The webbing can shield the mites from natural predators and even some chemical treatments, complicating efforts to eradicate them. Another indication of their presence is a change in the plant's foliage. Healthy leaves may start to look dull and lose their vibrant color. This is often one of the first visual cues that something is amiss. Look for stippling, which appears as tiny yellow or white spots on the leaves. This stippling is caused by the mites feeding on the plant's cells, extracting the chlorophyll and other vital nutrients. Over time, this feeding damage can weaken the plant and reduce its ability to photosynthesize. As the infestation progresses, the leaves may turn bronze or yellow and eventually drop off. This discoloration is a result of the extensive feeding damage caused by the mites. The affected leaves may also become brittle and more susceptible to other stresses, such as drought or disease. In severe cases, the plant may become completely defoliated and succumb to the infestation. This can be particularly devastating for gardeners and farmers, as it can lead to significant crop losses and reduced yields. To prevent such outcomes, it's essential to monitor your plants regularly and take action at the first sign of spider mites. Fortunately, gardeners have a variety of tools at their disposal to combat spider mite infestations. These range from simple home remedies to more potent chemical pesticides. The best approach often involves a combination of methods tailored to the severity of the infestation and the specific needs of your greenhouse. Remember that prevention is always better than cure, and taking steps to create an environment that is less hospitable to spider mites can go a long way in keeping them at bay. For minor infestations, home remedies can be surprisingly effective. These methods are not only cost-effective, but also environmentally friendly, making them a great first line of defense against pests. One of the simplest methods is to blast the affected plants with a strong jet of water from a hose. This technique is particularly useful for soft-bodied insects like aphids and spider mites. This helps to dislodge the mites and wash away their webbing, making it more difficult for them to re-establish themselves. Regularly spraying your plants with water can also help to keep the foliage clean and healthy. Another effective home remedy is to mix a solution of water and dish soap. This simple mixture can be made by adding a few drops of dish soap to a spray bottle filled with water. The soap acts as an insecticidal soap, breaking down the mite's protective outer layer and killing them on contact. This method is particularly effective against a variety of soft-bodied pests, including aphids, whiteflies, and mealybugs. Be sure to test the solution on a small, inconspicuous area of the plant first to ensure it does not cause any damage. This is important because some plants may be sensitive to the soap solution, and you want to avoid causing any unintended harm. In addition to water and soap solutions, neem oil is another natural remedy that can be highly effective. Neem oil works by disrupting the life cycle of pests, preventing them from feeding and reproducing. To use neem oil, mix it with water according to the instructions on the bottle and spray it onto the affected plants. This method is safe for most plants and can help control a wide range of pests. Another natural option is diatomaceous earth, a fine powder made from fossilized algae. When sprinkled around the base of plants, it acts as a barrier that pests cannot cross without being harmed. The sharp edges of the diatomaceous earth particles cut through the exoskeletons of insects, causing them to dehydrate and die. This method is particularly effective against crawling insects like ants, slugs, and beetles. Companion planting is another strategy that can help keep pests at bay. By planting certain herbs and flowers alongside your vegetables, you can naturally repel pests and attract beneficial insects. For example, marigolds are known to repel nematodes and other harmful insects, while attracting pollinators like bees and butterflies. This creates a healthier and more balanced greenhouse ecosystem. Introducing beneficial insects, such as ladybugs and lacewings, can also help control pest populations. These insects prey on common greenhouse pests, reducing the need for chemical interventions. By encouraging a diverse range of beneficial insects in your greenhouse, you can create a natural pest control system that keeps your plants healthy and thriving. While home remedies can be effective for minor infestations, such as using neem oil, soap sprays, or introducing natural predators like ladybugs, more severe cases may require the use of chemical pesticides. These should always be used as a last resort, after all other methods have been exhausted. It's important to assess the severity of the infestation and the type of pest you're dealing with before making this decision. Chemical pesticides can also harm beneficial insects, such as bees and butterflies, and disrupt the natural balance of your greenhouse. This disruption can lead to a decrease in pollination and an increase in other pest populations, creating a cycle of dependency on chemical solutions. When using pesticides, it is crucial to choose a product that is specifically labeled for the pest you are targeting, such as spider mites. Always read the label and follow the instructions carefully to ensure effective and safe application. Overuse or incorrect application can lead to resistance in pests, making them harder to control in the future. Be sure to wear appropriate protective gear, such as gloves, a mask, and long sleeves, to minimize your exposure to the chemicals. This is especially important if you have sensitive skin or respiratory issues. To further minimize your exposure, apply pesticides on a calm day to avoid drift and keep children and pets away from treated areas until the product has dried completely. Additionally, consider using spot treatments rather than blanket applications to target only the affected areas. Integrating chemical pesticides with other pest control methods, such as cultural, mechanical, and biological controls, can help maintain a healthier greenhouse ecosystem. This approach, known as Integrated Pest Management (IPM), aims to reduce the reliance on chemical solutions and promote sustainable gardening practices. By carefully considering when to use pesticides and combining them with other methods, you can protect your plants while preserving the health and balance of your greenhouse ecosystem. Another effective approach to spider mite control is to introduce beneficial insects into your greenhouse. These predatory insects, such as ladybugs, lacewings, and predatory mites, feed on spider mites, helping to keep their populations in check. You can purchase these beneficial insects from greenhouse centers or online retailers. Once released into your greenhouse, they will establish themselves and begin to hunt down spider mites, providing a natural and sustainable form of pest control. As with many greenhouse pests, prevention is often the best line of defense against spider mites. By creating an environment that is less hospitable to these pests, you can significantly reduce the likelihood of an infestation. Spider mites thrive in hot, dry conditions. Therefore, it is important to keep your plants well watered, especially during periods of drought. Mulching around your plants can also help to retain moisture in the soil. Successfully managing spider mites and other greenhouse pests requires a holistic approach that goes beyond simply reacting to infestations. By focusing on building a healthy and resilient greenhouse ecosystem, you can create an environment that is naturally resistant to pests and diseases. This involves practices such as choosing plant varieties that are known to be resistant to spider mites, rotating crops regularly to disrupt pest life cycles, providing adequate nutrition to your plants to strengthen their defenses, and encouraging beneficial insects and other wildlife to your greenhouse. Don't let spider mites win the war for your greenhouse. By understanding their life cycle, recognizing the signs of infestation, and implementing effective control methods, you can protect your plants and enjoy a bountiful harvest. Remember that every gardener plays a role in the fight against greenhouse pests. By sharing your knowledge and experiences with others, you can help to create a healthier and more sustainable gardening community.